Hi, I'm going to explain the hashtag malec deserves better in this video because people tried to trend it last night and it's been on people's minds ever since episode 7, and a lot of people don't get it, and a lot of people think that the malec fans are whiny, and I'm here to explain why they are not and why you should support this hashtag if you want to be a good ally. I'm gonna start by being just really simple about it. Yes, Malec is not the main couple of this show, but Magnus and Alec are main characters. They're not secondary characters like they were in the books. Yes, the show is about Clary. That's why they keep putting her in situations she shouldn't be in, and she's in a scene where it makes no sense that she's actually there. Malec fans, we know that. If we wanted more Malec, and if we wanted a show just about Malec, we wouldn't be trending Malec deserves better. We would be trending please give Malec her own spin-off ASAP. Because your show sucks and we want more of them. But we're not. You know, we want Malec to get the justice they deserve and the representation that the community deserves. Because we do actually like the show enough to watch the rest of it. It's also not about seeing sex. If we wanted to see sex, and if you want to see sex, that's what porn sites are for. There are free ones, there are ones you have to pay for. Kind of depends on the country you live in, I suppose. You can download porn. You can watch Queer as Folk if you are looking for gay people and soft porn. If you're looking for lesbians and soft porn, The L Word is a good show for you. You can try Spartacus, Game of Thrones, you know, all those genres out there that are more aimed at adults. Give them a shot. This is not about having sex. This is not about, God, I'm disappointed I didn't see Matthew give Harry a blowjob. I would have never even expected that. I never would have expected them to be fully naked. Either. But what we can expect, and what we did deserve, was to be shown something like, you know, I'm gonna kiss you. Are you sure you want to do this? Yes, I'm sure. Okay. You know, and then I'm gonna pull off your shirt, and then they pull off their shirts, and then they kiss, and then maybe the aftermath where they're under the sheets, and you get the common question that is called, are you okay? Because I don't know about you, but that's a nice question to ask after you've had gay sex. And I'm gonna call it gay sex because it's very different to be having sex anally than it is when you're having heterosexual sex. So I'm going to call it gay sex. That we could expect. Why could we have expected that? Because they gave it to Izzy and Milliarn. They gave it to Simon and Maureen. And they gave it to Jace and Random Chick. Now you can say, yes, but they're random hookups. But that is messed up, man. I mean, what are we supposed to do? Give the random hookups all the sexual material they want, but the moment it's an actual established couple and it's about love, let's not show that? Let's not show lovemaking. Let's just show random sex. Because random sex is the way to go. Lovemaking, ugh, who wants to see that on TV? Not me. You know, love, ugh. People don't watch shows for love and relationships. They watch shows for random hookup and sex. Some people, sure. But not this fan base. I can guarantee you that. So, the expectations were very realistic. And then they got completely crushed. They didn't even leave anything standing upwards. Everything just went out the mean, normally speaking, before you have sex, you at least have a good make-out scene. I mean, I remember my first time with my girlfriend at the time. And trust me, that didn't happen right away. I spent a night with her before that. She spent a night with me before that. And we were just talking and kissing and maybe doing a little feeling. But we did not have sex. And that's normal, especially if it's your first time, because you're nervous. You're supposed to be nervous. I would be extra nervous if I was a guy and I was with another guy, because, you know, who's the top and who's the bottom? Do you want to be the bottom? Do you want to be the top? You've got to figure that out. You know, do you like it? Do you not like it? You know, how do you do that? You know, yes, Magnus is very experienced. That helps. Alec is very lucky in that department. But it would have been good to see that. And it would have been good to see the build up towards that. To see them kissing for longer than 1 second. To see them maybe get a little out of hand. Because it really much felt like, you know, in the date, Alec hears, oh, I've had like 17,000 people. And Alec goes, oh shit, 17,000 people. He's had sex with 17,000 people. He's not had sex with me yet. And the next episode is having sex. So you also have to wonder if Alec is even having the right mental reasons to be having sex with Magnus. Because I never got the idea that he really wanted to have sex with Magnus. I got the idea he just wanted to compete with all these 17,000 other people. Because we never got to see the build-up. We never got to see Alec and Magnus actually being out of breath from a heavy kissing scene. And then Magnus going, okay, we need to stop here because my mind is going different places. And, you know, I want to take things slow. Like they said they were going to. Now, it's still perfectly possible that they didn't go all the way. That they went into the bedroom and it was just a blowjob. And they did a 69 or something. That's completely possible. They could still have their meaningful first time. I mean, it was never fully addressed that they had sex. They didn't address it. They didn't address it to others. So maybe they didn't go all the way. Maybe that's what we're still going to see. But then the Todd and the crew, they could have told us that. They could have said, we understand your concerns, but don't worry, this wasn't their actual first time, that's still coming up. But they didn't. Instead, they said that they thought the consensus was implied, which you never should do. That's a really wrong message to hand out. That they thought they were doing a good job. Very concerning, if this is their idea of doing a good job. And that they can't tell us what is in store, but that they hope we like it. Which is not very reassuring, because by now they've broken so many promises that they actually need to come up with concrete evidence that it's going to happen. So the hashtag is very much real, because malec didn't get what they deserved. They didn't get the equal treatment that all the heterosexual couples in the show get. When Jace and Clary get their first time, you're gonna see it. I'm 100% sure of that. And it's gonna have romantic music, and it's gonna be the slow running in the wind or something, I don't know. But it's gonna be romantic as fuck. And they don't do romantic as fuck with Magnus and Alec. And that double standard right now is not acceptable anymore. And you should fight against that, whether you're LGBTQ yourself or you're straight. If you are an ally, you have to support this. You have to fight with us. And why do you have to fight with us? Look at fucking America right now. They have a president that is trying his uttermost best to take away the human rights for minorities in the entire country that have been fought for years. People have died to give those rights to us as a community, to the black community. They have fought and fought and fought. And now we have a president that is that is trying to take away those rights. And we need the media. We need shows like Shadowhunters. We need fandoms like this fandom to stand up and say, not on my watch. And if you don't, you are part of the problem. Because silence is not the answer. Silence is condoning it. Silence is accepting it. Silence is saying, yeah, well, I'm not gay, so not my problem. Silence is saying, well, there are gay people in the show, so suck it up. No, there are gay people in the world. That doesn't mean that all these gay people in the world should just accept that they're second-hand citizens. They're not. They are just as important, just as valid, just as real, and just as human as every single other person on this planet. And they deserve to be treated that way. They deserve to be represented that way. And this hashtag was about that. It wasn't about sex. It wasn't about wanting the show to be about malec. It's about showing to the entire world that we exist. And we are there. And that we deserve equality and equal treatment. On TV, in real life. Everywhere. Now, I don't know who's to blame for the fact that this isn't happening. It could be Freeform. It could be the showrunners. It could be the directors. It could be the writing team that just simply sucks at writing. It could be Matthew and Harry. We don't know. Nobody knows. But I can say who is a part of this problem for 100% sure. And that is all the people that don't see the problem. You are part of the problem. So I am asking you to stand with us. And I'm asking you to understand the hashtag. To understand me. And to understand that malec deserves better. To understand that Magnus and Alec right now are not a good representation of an LGBTQ couple. I'm asking you to understand that they deserve more. They deserve better. And that what you're getting right now is breadcrumbs. And that breadcrumbs is not acceptable in this fandom. Especially not one as open-minded and tolerant of the LGBTQ community. And that they royally messed it up. And that deserves to be pointed out. And the fact that they fail to specifically say that they're sorry, that they messed up, that they are aware they messed up. The fact that they specifically fail to reassure us is very concerning. So I hope that I was able to explain it. And if you have questions, please ask away. But I hope that by the end of this video and that you've watched it, you understand where the hashtag comes from, and that you understand where we come from, and that you understand that you need to be on our side. Because if you're not with us, then I'm very, very sorry, but then you're against us. And then you need to start considering whether or not you're an ally. Because subconsciously, you are heteronormative and homophobic. Or that should be something you need to think about. So, be with us. That's all I'm asking. And I hope that you've learned something today. So, thank you for watching. This is not the videos I normally make, but thank you for watching, and if it needs more addressing, I'll probably do that then. So, bye.